My proposal on additional storage and staff at the Dick's Sporting Goods in Albuquerque, New Mexico. So, to start off, what is the situation? The situation is with our storage. As you can see in the picture, we have Z-racks with apparel that are very disorganized. And Z-racks are just going to be these metal things you see that have hangers with a bunch of apparel on them. They're disorganized, they're thrown wherever they can be in our storage, and this is because they have nowhere else to go. And the main problem is they're in the way of the trailer door we have in the back here. So, within that trailer, we have our big units like our treadmills, our ellipticals, some of our basketball hoops. And every time a customer orders these things, we have to get them out of the trailer and onto the sales floor so they can purchase them. And the issue is having to move these Z rails out of the way, and we have to essentially move them onto the sales floor before we can even grab anything from that trailer. This takes anywhere from like 20 to sometimes even 30 minutes, and it creates very unhappy customers. Another issue is even through this hallway, which these large items essentially have to be hauled through. Um, and once again, we just don't have enough storage for some of these items. So, another issue is our staff. Currently, our morning staff is half of what it should be. I believe there are about 5 employees, along with 2 freight flow managers, but it is suggested by those 2 managers that we have at least 10 to 15 people who can help in the morning. Back to the freight flow managers, we're the only store with 2 freight flow managers, and we're still not efficient. Essentially, what a freight flow manager is responsible for is for receiving trucks with units, processing those units, and having their team help them with this process and essentially getting them out on the floor and ready to sell. And since we're so short staffed, that's just not happening. So, how can this be fixed? First off, the storage. Regarding the storage, I propose that we rent a new storage trailer. And I propose we do it the exact same way that we do with our current one, which is a rental system. And the only thing we'd have to worry about is knocking down this wall right here, so we could fit that trailer. We need to hire, definitely. We need more numbers in the morning, like I stated earlier, so we could get those units out on the floor instead of cluttered in the back of our storage. That being said, we need to advertise the task well, what they're going to have to do in the morning, and the pay that'll come with it. We need to make them feel welcomed, which I don't see any issue with, because as far as I've worked there, they've been very welcoming to me. So, the cost. As far as the trailer rental, it's going to be $1,500 a year, just like our other one is. And there's going to be a one-time cost to knock down that wall to fit it, which is roughly $635. And the only other cost we'll have to worry about is extra payroll within the company for those employees that'll come and help us in the morning. And this is going to be around $4,800 a month. So, total cost for that first year, including the wall knockdown, is going to be a total of $6,935. And after that first year, or after that wall knockdown, the additional years, the total is going to be $6,300. So, in conclusion, what will more storage help us with? It's going to make units easier to find. That includes units that are on those Z rails, or units that are in that trailer. It's going to speed up customer service, which is a huge one. It keeps our reviews good within the store, and it keeps people coming back, obviously. And it's also going to allow for easier mobility of big units. Those ellipticals, those treadmills, we could get them out to customers way quicker. As for additional employees, that is going to help us limit the number of units in storage, obviously, because with more people helping in the morning, the more units we could get out on the sales floor for sale. Uh, and that's obviously going to increase our sales because there's more option to customers of what they could buy. And it's also going to allow storage to stay organized because if we keep everything we can out on the sales floor, there's nothing left to keep in our storage or even our possibly new storage that we can build. Uh, Thanks for listening.